From this afterlife, 'cause it's time of right to move on, far away from here. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 OMI Crypto VV update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Let me try to get a little bit more dashy in there. There she is. So I do have a bunch of things to go over. First, I'm going to address there is there is a fake Twitter account called the Fake Randy Chavez. No, that is not me. I have zero idea who it is. They are pretty funny though. They're following me. I'm not following them. Um, yeah, so I just throwing that out there. Also, it hasn't happened yet, but most likely there are going to be a couple of people or a couple of bot accounts. I will never ask you guys for money in the comments. I'll never say join my Telegram or WhatsApp. I'll never say any of that. All the information that I speak is out on here. I'll never say join my Patreon for free information or for better information, like exclusive content. All the content is out here. Now, yes, there are things where if there are tiers of my Patreon where you can get different things like cell phone and all that. You can shoot me a text. I'll totally text back right away instead of commenting and going back 12 hours later, answering your question or via stream. It'll be a quick text. But yeah, just that tends to happen. That happens to Cavell Anderson. That's happened to Aria Realty. Also, Aria Realty started school today, so expect slightly less content from him. He's got a lot going on. I did come just from the Guidebook Gaming stream. And that's one of the things I want to talk about with Earth 2. First off, if you want free tiles, go to them. They give out free tiles every single stream. Class 1 tiles are amazing. And then also, yeah, they were showing footage of the game Drone, which Nathaniel had worked on. And that game wasn't made this year, last year. It was made several years ago. It was made like 3, 4, 5 years ago, what have you. And during that time, the graphics look amazing. The building looks amazing. And when I say building, I mean like it's not like Minecraft which again I love. It's great. Where you go and you have to put your character on and build slowly. Like no, instead of doing block, 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 you just do all right, line of blocks right there. It's done. As far as resources goes, when we're able to get the resources again during phase 2, whenever they start, either next month or next year, that is going to be a very huge, amazing thing. Now you could make the argument that different places will give out different resources. We did see that one resource leak where it was an island, so we got a little bit of the ocean, got some trees, got some sand, and he had gold, he had fresh water, he had ore, and pretty much like 6 or 7 things, wood resources that he was getting just from that one little island. Now in Antarctica, might just be freshwater, ice, maybe penguin meat. I don't know. Although I would really like to have that penguin conservation bill, but yeah, and the way you look at it, if just look at anything drone related, go to drone video game footage or drone video gameplay on YouTube or Twitch, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool things over there that you can do. And again, the graphics 4 years ago were okay. They were good, nothing to be ashamed about. But the graphics, like I said, gonna be better than Red Dead Redemption 2. You saw it in that Phase 3 trailer that they had. So I'm very, 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 very excited about it. Outside of that, I might not be able to stream for a couple of days this week. My throat right now is already killing me. That's how it starts. So I might be getting sick. I'm not 100% sure. I've been downing so much vitamin C. Moving on. OMI VV updates. You have seen that OMI has doubled since yesterday. It was at 0.00167, and now it's at 0.0034 something. So it has more than doubled, has risen more than 100% since yesterday. My only regret is that I didn't buy more. I have right now, was it 6.6 million OMI, something like that. And that'll stay that way for a while. Again, I won't sell ever. I'm just, again, waiting for this card. Would I have loved to get it at 0.002 or even below that? Sure. If I get it and I get it at a half a penny, that's still great. Again, I was looking to buy 100,000 worth when it was at 1 penny. So getting it at a half a penny is not bad. Also, we do have an update for VV. Ron English, who is a very talented artist, has a giant has contracts now at VV, making some of his actual real collectibles into digital collectibles. You know, the NFTs that are on VV. Man, I keep telling this guy, I keep streaming it, and then he just keeps going. So unfortunately, that won't be for a while. We don't have a time frame on that, but a couple of articles did come out today saying Ron English is doing that. They do have the partnership, but that's not only just a way to get more. Again, another announcement, and that might be one of the catalysts of why it's going up. I think it's more of just a K-shaped recovery, but it's also a way for them to say like, oh, people that collect physical art that know Ron English and he's in that art world are going to say, oh, okay, what's his next project? NFTs. What is that? What are digital collectibles? Because I feel like it's very easy for me to be like, all right, NFTs, all right, this and that. Because I'm in the crypto world. I'm in investing, and I'm always looking for the next thing. And this disruptive company is that. But if you're not looking for that, you don't know what VV is. You don't know you might not even know what NFTs are. You might not even know what do you call it? Again, people like if you're retired, if you're not in this world, my dad didn't know what Bitcoin was until 2 months ago. So if you're older and you maybe heard of crypto, you definitely haven't heard of NFTs, and you definitely don't know what VV is. So again, this might just be a way to bridge the physical collectors to the digital collectors in this world, getting some of the boomers, getting them caught up with time. So that being said, enough of me rambling. Let me go and answer everyone's questions. Crystal Stroud says, hello, Randy and Dashy. Missed a couple of these. Glad I could make this one. Yeah. Crystal, totally great to have you here. I love it. What's up, Jason Mack? Preston Ty Anderson says, yes, there is big proof that diamonds are in Antarctica mountains. Heck yeah! So I'm very glad that, oh yeah, diamonds would be great. Imagine if we're all rich in diamonds in that game just because we've been buying in Antarctica. That would be so fun. That would be like, your savior is here. I'll definitely remake Dash with that, with diamonds, Swarovski diamonds. Vamlin's Camping says counting down the seconds. Aw, thanks guys. So you're gonna count down Guidebook Gaming. They still have a a countdown of like the how many weeks has it been since the announcements of phase 2 or the delays of phase 2. And all that, and it's like 2 weeks now, something like that. So they just have a little countdown. They have a little ticker on there. Vasily says OMI is in an upswing, but so is the rest of the market. Yeah, and that's what happens. OMI will be, contacted to the market. It'll be the same as Bitcoin. It'll be the rest of the altcoins. Bitcoin goes down, it'll go down a lot. Bitcoin goes up, it'll go up a lot. So you have these violent swings. Again, it doubled in 24 hours, which is great. Oh, JP, what's going on, JP? How's it going? Yeah. Also, there was an interview done. I forget his name, but an interview with a YouTuber. He had interviewed the person that was responsible for the 50% swing, going from 0.0035 to 0.005 to half a penny and then back down. Putting in around 200K, give or take. I'm not sure the exact specifics on it, and it was cool just saying, okay, like to view an actual whale, like not someone like me that has 5 figures in here, but someone that put in 6 figures in a day, and it was good to see that, to see whales like that and to see them calm. And I know sometimes I get a little like yes, yeah, I get a little crazy, and I get speculative, but again, because it's a long-term hold and it's exciting to get in the pump, but it's good to see a whale that's very calm, collected. It's like, yep, I bought here, went up here, went down here, now it's down here. I figure he lost more than half of the, lost 50% when he bought there. It was obviously buying a little higher at the top, but when he put in that 200K, it was at 0.0035, give or take, and it went down to less than half of that. So, losing 100K, again, what I've done as well in a couple of months, that person had done in like 2 weeks. It's very good to see the size of like, no, I'm not worried. Because, again, I'm not, but I can only say that so many times, and you can hear it from me so many times before I sound like a broken record, and before I sound like, okay, well, yeah, like we get it, Chavez, you lost this much. But having another person do that as well, and also say, yeah, they're not worried as well. Hopefully, it makes things easier. And now, especially now, we're on an uptick. So if you bought yesterday, you're doing good, fam. Dylan, yes, Dashy is back, Dylan. Frankie Boy 261 says, "What up, man? Only to the moon. Let's go exchange con and more licenses." I am again. They have that agreement with Ron English, so big things are coming. Nicole Smith, hi, how's it going? Aria Realty says, "Who is the fake Randy Chavez?" I have no idea. They like tagged me in something or something. Yeah, I think they tagged me in something. I was like, who in the? I was so confused. I don't even know what I was doing this morning, and I was like, this is so. I think I was at the bank, whatever. Again, making a transfer so I could buy more OMI. Yeah, pretty ridiculous. No, Basilio says Aria, probably the one with short hair wearing a suit. Who's with short hair wearing a suit? Yeah, maybe. Megatron, you heard, says hi, the real Randy Emperor. Hey, how's it going? Howdy, how you doing? Chris Aloro says, yo, Randy, picked up 2.5 million OMI from 0.0057 to 0.0020. Oh, wow, you got 2.5 million OMI. That is epic. Again, like I said, when this reaches $1, be a multi-millionaire. Oh, JP, what's going on? Preach. So it says, don't worry, 0.002 will come again. I hope so. But again, when this breaks out, I don't see this down here ever again. Again, that's just my opinion. And I've said before in 0.005, I was like, yeah, it's probably the last time you're going to see these prices. But again, I was wrong. It went from there and it went down to less than half that, which I'm happy for. I'm happy that happened because this way we're getting a lot more at a big discount. Whew, okay, moving on. Xbox Hammer says, hello, Randy. How are you? What new predictions you have for E2? Ultimate prediction. So the predictions that I had is really just more about the gameplay, because again, Guidebook Gaming was talking about that before, and the gameplay just being very smooth, the graphic, like just building whole giant buildings in a minute, in 2 minutes, and it's like, okay, well, can't really do that with, I'm just gonna say Minecraft. That's something that takes a little while, it takes some planning, but here is like, all right, just put stairs here, buildings here, blocks, and then it's done. Like, it's literally done. So I was like, oh, wow, that's, I'd never played drone, so looking at someone play that, it's like, man, is that easy? Like, it's that, and it does appear to be that easy. And I was like, okay, well, that's a lot. It's new information. I was thinking it would be similar to Minecraft, because, again, it's a good system. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So have the building like that, but it clearly was not like that. And again, that's in drone from like 4 years ago. So now, and the terraforming of tiles takes 2 seconds as well. Like, it's not like it's a big giant process that you have to go through to terraform the tiles, come back in 6 hours. No, that's how you make mountains. That's how you make staircases. It's crazy. And again, as we do that, we might have to pay some resources, might have to pay some essence. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it looks like buildings will be done very, very quickly. Like, as far as building the actual buildings. So when we are able to do that, yeah, that'll be intense. And the people that have 100,000 tiles and above, y'all are just going to be swimming in resources. Now, it depends what you want to do with that. Like, for me, fortunately/unfortunately, I have Chaveztopia, so all of my resources from everywhere, from Brazil, from India, from all over, not just in Antarctica, has to go to Chaveztopia to make it what it is. Whereas some people that maybe don't, like Aria Realty, I don't think he has a megacity, but him having 100+ thousand tiles is gonna make it so that, okay, well, he could just sell those resources because he's not obligated to build anywhere. Does he have tiles in Chaveztopia? Yes, but he has tiles in like many megacities. So he could just sell those resources and just be making money. And I'm hoping it's enough where he just quit school and he's just like, yep, I'm all in for two. Back to content creating, because I do think, if you're making, let's say, a penny per tile that you could sell either to the game or to other people, because I think resources are going to go very, very quickly. Okay, so 100 tiles is $1, 1,000 tiles is $10, and okay, 10,000 tiles is $100, 100,000 tiles is $1,000 a day if it's a penny per. Yeah, that's so much. I don't think that'll happen because $1,000, it just seems too good to be true right now, at $1,000 a day. But again, that's if you have 100,000 tiles. Me that only has 20,000 tiles. When I can't even sell it, I have to use it for Chaveztopia. It's like, ugh. hopefully I'll get it via foot traffic and everything. So I'll keep you guys posted on what I plan to do. Jason Finn says, I am finally an OMI millionaire. Jason Finn, you did it. Oh, does that not feel great? Does that not feel good to reach that peak? It's like, oh, finally. Yeah. Again, my thesis hasn't changed. I still believe $1 by the mid 2020s, and you're doing it. You're doing it. You're becoming mighty. JP says, new crypto channel, not to promote it, but wanted people. It wasn't whales controlling the market, so people always believe the FUD. Selling pressure was a B. Yeah. We hate the term. We're still early, but it's real. Yeah. And again, when I say whale, it's someone that had the ability to put in 100K or 200K in a day, as what JP is telling us right there. It wasn't someone that put it. It wasn't like a beluga sperm whale. I don't even know, like the biggest whale ever, like a blue whale that came in with like $10 million. But it's someone that probably has maybe $1 million. Probably has at least close to that, because again, putting in 200K is really nothing to sneeze at. And am I going to do that? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm also a little crazy, a little bit of a cowboy. So putting in that much money, one, takes a lot of conviction, and two is you have to have those diamond hands. You have to at that point not worry like where it goes short term. But yeah, long term, I think that person that has like 100 million OMI now is probably going to be, well, 100 million OMI goes to $1. They have 9 figures, which is insane. But if it, let's say by 2040, let's say it goes to $10, again, I'm talking 20 years down the road, person's a billionaire. Me and my girlfriend just started watching a show called Billions on Amazon Prime yesterday. Really good, like really good. I slept like 5 hours today. Like as soon as I got home this morning, I slept. Before the stream, I slept. I didn't sleep after the stream because I had to go to the bank, the post office, the gym. But as soon as I got back from the gym, I'm just trying to sleep and take as much vitamin C to hopefully not get sick. AS says, which Pokemon cards are you selling and which platform do you sell on? Well, AS, the link down below is from my eBay page. Everything on there I'm selling. The big one is that Trophy Kangaskhan, which aside from mine, the highest is $495,000 for best offer. Mine is listed on there $70,000 less at $420,069. $420,69. Yeah, I did that. But again, I was contracted. Someone contracted me to buy it for $350, and we had that agreement until he had the option to buy what's called a Pikachu Illustrator. Illustrator Pikachu. That's the holy grail of holy grails. My Trophy Kangaskhan is like number 3. You have the Trophy Pikachu, or you have the Pikachu Illustrator, which is the holy grail. You have the Trophy Pikachus, then you have Trophy Kangaskhan, then probably like Super Secret Battle promos, maybe like, I don't know, Universal card, something like that. But yeah, Trophy Kangaskhan is one of the tops, but he has an opportunity to buy an Illustrator. And it's like, okay, well, I am a little upset because he had an agreement, gave me his word, but at the end of the day, I understand why he's doing it. So because it's a big card. It's the biggest card. But yeah, so if you want to get it literally for $140,000 less than what somebody else, the lowest person on eBay, is going to try and take it for, go for it. And like I said, I take $325 at this point just to put it into OMI and Bitcoin at these prices. They're super, super low. So again, I would take that. You would literally be saving, or your card would appreciate $150,000 already the second you bought it. The second you bought it. So that is, I'm doing that just so I can get into more OMI and more Bitcoin, and then have capital available for the Earth 2 coin when that comes in, and be able to buy whatever I need to buy. Because again, Earth 2, I told you on Facebook, like this, you guys are sleeping on it. This is the future. And to other people's credit, not everyone's really about finance, and money's just a means to an end for some people. It's just something that they use to get through life, but it's not really that important to them. They want enough money to pay the bills and make sure their kids have good lives and they're family people, or they like to play darts in a beer league at a bar that they go to once a week. Just playing softball or coaching their kids' soccer team. Whatever makes them happy is great. And but yeah, if you want to make money, buckle down. And again, not financial advice, not all. This part would be financial. Yeah, work as hard as you can, get good at your job, and whatever. 40 hours a week is not that is not laughable. It's odd if you do that and do other take care of kids, whatever on the side. Yeah, but if you want to make money, if you're young and single, if you're under 40 and single and no other responsibilities really, do not work 40 hours a week. Work 50, 60, especially while you're young. Work as many hours as you can. Find out where that limit is. Find out where that threshold is before you collapse. And before you get older and you have to find out where it is and you realize you can't do it. Find out where that is. Let's say this is the limit at, let's say, 90 hours a week. If you work that each week for 4 weeks, you just gonna die. Okay, try 80 or 70, something like that. Go. And again, I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done already, working 90 plus hours a week. That's all right. So deploy, let's say 13, 7 days on. Yeah, deployed. You do that easily. So if you do that, working a 40, and then a couple of part-time jobs, whether you're flipping on eBay, you're doing whatever, do that, and you will achieve financial success. Again, as long as you do intelligent investing. Classic investing is saying, okay, put in the S&P 500 and you'll gain 9 to 11% per year. And I wouldn't do that. I haven't done that. Just what I did is I put it on Tesla. I put it into disruptive companies. I put it into Square, Illumina, Lemonade, Tesla. Again, disruptive companies. But Earth 2 is a disruptive, completely just innovative, not a company. That is a new technology. That is a virtual reality, is a merging market. That is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, in my opinion. Same with collectibles and art and NFTs, the same exact thing with VV. So getting in on the ground floor with this. And I've had people try to mess with me on Reddit and everywhere else too. And some people, rightfully so, say yeah, the real Randy Chavez down, 50-something% on OMI just at least. And to their credit, they're correct. Yeah, up until today, it was literally yesterday, I was down over 100K between Bitcoin, Tesla, and OMI, just them, because we had a giant correction. But just from experience and getting punched in the face financially before, I could tell you that okay, if you're in good companies, that's going to correct. You're going to be fine. Just don't sell. So I didn't sell. I bought more. I doubled down on it, and I guarantee you that OMI itself makes me a multimillionaire. Everything else, yeah, Tesla will, Bitcoin will, but OMI that's the big one. My advice to other people, let's say my girlfriend, if she has, let's say an extra 100K, I would tell her to put 50K into Bitcoin and only put maybe 25K into OMI, and then put the rest in Ethereum, Binance Coin. Where myself, I'm splitting between Bitcoin and OMI. And if I really had my future locked in and I didn't need to kind of worry about it a little bit, I would just say, all right, I have enough Bitcoin, just put it all in on OMI, and then maybe save a little bit for Earth 2, just because that's how high of a conviction rate I have in those. AS, those are the Pokemon cards I was talking about, and I sell on eBay. Family's Camping says, thinking about what we talked about yesterday regarding the total OMI count and the reserve buyback. If the buyback is at 40%, 120 billion, they would need to buy 180 billion to get back to 300. 180 billion is the entire circulating supply. Yes, I don't think they would wait until they get down to 40%. 40% is when they just have to buy. Maybe at 60%, they buy a little bit back, and a little bit back, and a little bit back. But again, we haven't even burned 5 billion yet. Obviously by Thursday we'll have burned the 5 billion mark, and that's not including the double burn crypto days, the quadruple burn OMI days. But yeah, you're right. At some point when they go through all of it and they have to buy back more, yeah. And if they can't get it from the market, if we all hodl, that's going to force a squeeze. The squeeze will make them the price shoot up. Now, most likely, you're going to have people that bought at a penny, that bought at 0.8 of a penny, and those are the people that got rocked down below. They're saying, hey, investing's not for me. I can't handle that. They're going to wait, and when it reaches that price, they're just going to get out. It's going to get out there, wherever. And as they do that, you're going to see some plateaus. You can see it here, level out, go down here, because you have a huge sell-off block. You have people that put in 10, 20 grand, whatever, at 0.008. They're going to sell as soon as it gets back there, because they just don't like the volatility. They don't, maybe they don't like it. Maybe they're just in for the quick flip, and obviously that didn't happen for them. And then you're going to have people that, let's say, put in $500, and then suddenly they have, when it's 20x's, they have like 10 grand, and they've never had that before. Okay, lock that in so they have it, just because that's a new thing for them. Same thing if it goes to 20, 30, 50 grand, 100 grand. When they have that, it's very hard to say, hey, I God forbid the worst happens and I lose. I can't lose this. I have to lock this in. Yeah, that's fair. If they want to take care of their family, they're like, this guarantees my family at least this, and this for X amount of years. Maybe I can retire early with that. With me, like I said, I'm all in. I going down with the ship. Not that I expect it to go down, but so along the way, you're gonna have people sell off because of those reasons. Not because they don't believe in the company, but because they either, this type of investing isn't for them that they realize, or the fact that, hey, we need to lock in profits while we can because they owe it to their family, they owe it to a significant other, or maybe even their own mental state. Maybe they realize the volatility, again, it is a lot. It is a lot to take on. It's like, whew. And that's why, for the most part, I don't even watch it. Like Tesla, I don't even worry about that anymore. I check my E-Trade count maybe once a week. And same thing with, Bitcoin and OMI, I have kind of alerts on just because I do. Just because I'm still buying them. I'm not actively buying Tesla anymore, but I'm still buying Bitcoin and OMI, and I'll have the same thing when Earth 2 comes out. Any new information that I get, I'll give. And it's not like I'm paying for information. People just give me information, and unfortunately, I have to decipher a lot of the BS. But there's a lot of good things that some people get. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. If a couple of reputable people give me the same thing, all right, that makes it easier for me to check out, easier for me to identify. Sometimes there's speculation just goes rampant. It's like, all right, I can't condone that. But Famous Cam says, how could that make sense? They can't need to buy it all. No, they won't need to buy it all. And again, as the price of OMI gets higher, let's say when it gets to 10 cents, like as a penny, they have to put in 100 OMI to, for every dollar that's spent. But at 10 cents, they only have to burn 10 OMI for every dollar spent. So that makes it a little bit easier for them. As the price goes up, the less OMI is burned. That's why I like the price down here so much, because the OMI burn, ridiculous. If that OMI price would have stayed at 0.0016 for Thursday, that would have been insane. But yeah, like I said, we burned literally 500 million coins last Thursday. We probably burned, again, I don't even know what we burned. I think Superman, but I'm not 100% sure. They haven't confirmed what Thursday's drop will be. It's Monday, guys. Come on, let's get this bread. Basilio says 0.02 will come again because toilet paper hands will lose their patience once again. Sorry, calling the project trash, blah, 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 complain. Basilio, agreed. I had this one person the last 2 days that has been a commenter saying like he likes it or whatever, that, he likes me or he likes my content. Basically just turn and say like, OMI is a scam. These aren't really NFTs. The VV is a scam. You can only put your money in, can't take your money out. It's just, I don't know what got to him. Maybe it was the fact that when he put in at a high rate and then went down to under 0.002, he just freaked out, or maybe he was drunk or on some type of not good medicine. And yeah, I was like, listen, like, I understand maybe you freaked out because of the price, but if this was a scam, I wouldn't be putting in, tens of thousands of dollars, of US dollars to get this. I wouldn't still be putting it in. And again, just look at my record, look at my openness. Like, no way would I ever try. I hate scams. I hate pump and dumps. That's why I refuse to acknowledge a lot of the poop coins, even though a lot of people ask me about them. Just because I don't like those types of things. So, yeah. A lot of people are going to be like that. They're very impatient, and a lot of people just the immaturity of the market, not getting their way. This is their first time financially getting rocked in the face, having their portfolio go down 70-80%. That doesn't happen too often, but when it does, the people that have never had it happen to them before just freak out. Like, are they Victoria Justice in Victorious because they freak out? Oh, that was a good show. Where's my curry at? Says, I was just thinking today how I should go all in on some cryptos. Now I want to cry. Matic is flying. I've heard of Matic before. Probably should look into it. Yeah, that's something that I have zero issue because I worked so hard, after I got out from the time of the military to the time I retired. I worked so freaking hard, so often. I want to be a little more careful. Like when I was, but deep into that, high risk lending business before I even started Pokemon, I had no issues throwing my entire net worth behind one client because one, because I believed in them, and two, because of the payoff, and three, because okay, if I lose it all, I could just make more money. Now I'm not going to sell everything and throw $500,000 into one thing, because if that one thing goes to zero, then I do have to start from scratch again, and I can't do that anymore. Now some people are going to be like, dude, you're 30, you're still young. Yeah, but it's military accelerated aging club. That's a real thing. We are about a half hour into this, so we are going to do another Patreon member shout out. She says she wants to end it all, but she's all alone in her world. She cries, and the feelings that she hides are all she knows. Maybe she could fall in love with someone in her life that she could trust. Tell her she's enough. Hey guys, that was my every 30 minutes I give a shout out to my Patreon members and I sing a little song. Frisco is saying, Randy, my man, what's up, Frisco? How you doing? What's up, Hodl Yoda? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Any reason for the OMI pump? I think we just got a lot of the paper hands out. We had a lot of seller's exhaustion is the thing. For those that missed my stream yesterday, seller's exhaustion is basically when all the people that bought up here and sold down here, they fudged up, and you're only going to get so many people that are going to sell. This will never go to zero. I mean, could it go down to less than 1/10 of a penny? I guess it could, but at that point, I will. Oh God, I'll sell a kidney. No, I'll sell a piece of my liver. I'll sell whatever is needed, because it's worth it. That again, I was buying at 0.007, 0.008, trying to get as much as I could under a penny. Dropped to 0.006, more 0.005, more. 3, I continue to buy so much, and because I believe in it. It's a long-term hold. Now, whether this goes to 10 cents by the end of the year, 20 cents by the end, or maybe only 6 cents by the end of the year, whatever. I won't sell at that point, even though I have 6.6 million OMI. I'm not gonna sell because I don't need to, and two, I see this going to $1, by 2026, and okay, I could 10x my money again from there if it does that, and I just this is just the beginning. Again, disruption of collectibles, disruption of NFTs, disruption of everything. And it's not just like, okay, this is the first to market of their kind, but you had the creators thinking about this years ago. The same thing with the Earth 2 developers. They basically got the dream team of Earth 2, like developers from here. They got Dylan CEO, they got Nathaniel, they got Wolfgang, all these amazing people that have all these amazing projects. Thank you for the 15 likes. They got them, they created a dream team to work on this one thing, again, during a pandemic, which is when these disruptive companies tend to thrive, and then it goes viral way before they thought it would go viral. Again, they only did some small advertising on Facebook and Instagram. Vivi, I see that as well on Facebook now, and that's not the right now. BV is ahead of Earth 2 just because it has a relatively finished product, and just because it has a actual drops that it does every week. Earth 2, as soon as they mention that crypto, as soon as phase 2 comes out, oh my God, yeah, it's over. It is over. Like, there's nothing like Earth 2. There's some things that are similar to it, but Earth 2 is just on a whole other level that I don't think. Maybe Facebook comes out with something similar in the future, but that's in the future. Preston Ty Anderson says, do you think animals will be a resource? If yes, how do you think will work? And will your avatars need to drink and eat to stay active in a normal pace? Thus, food and drinks can stands can profit. I don't think so. Maybe fresh water, you could make the argument because that we know that's a resource. But animals not. Like, when we start the game, there's not going to be animals. When asked about it, Shane said, "Well, my kids want pets, so ... which alludes you to believe that yes, they're going to have animals in there. As far as taming them and eating them, I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to be able to be done like that. There will be animals at some point. We don't know when. Again, this as per Shane in one of the Discord chats that he was in. Yeah. Where's my curry at? Says, if one day the tiles are worth 2K, surely a penny a day is reasonable, if not too low. Yeah, but again, the tiles will go through the roof first because of the location, the resources that it gives, and the foot traffic that is there. You know, but as the game goes on and properties are being built up, really doesn't matter the location. Resources may be a little bit, but foot traffic is going to be the big thing. If you have a network where your location, your tiles are bringing in ad revenue, yeah, and you have like Disney or whoever like putting ads there, yes, that is going to be something that is, that's when the location, the EPL, and the location of those tiles, those properties, tile price at that point won't matter, because you're not buying the tiles, you're buying the property, you're buying the network, you're buying the location, you're buying whatever. So at that point, tile price won't matter, and $2,000 a tile, you have a million tiles sold. So in some places, that's not even possible. In some places, you don't have a million tiles readily available because the country's not big enough. In America, it's big enough. Russia, Brazil, India, yeah, pretty much any of the BRICS nations, it's big enough. But at that price, yeah, that it would have $1 million sold in order to get $2,000 a tile. And then we have, who was that? Who done? Raythax saying, effing only. Hodlers will get paid. You're right, Raythax. You are absolutely 100% correct. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Again, I was just telling these folks, if you are new, basically OMI doubled in 24 hours. It went from 0.0016 something to 0.0035. So yeah, more than double in a day, which again is like a lot of these altcoins that are on the top 50 or top 20. When their time to shine, when the spotlight is on them, they go up 40-50% in a day, and people are like, what the fudge? But because this is has such a small market cap, literally a billionaire can come in and literally just buy up all the OMI and lock it up and have that price be huge. Have that price be, yeah, they could lock up the rest of what's in there. But the thing is, you won't have enough people selling at that point. You can't just go in and buy all of what's on the market, because you can't. You have to have people selling in order to fill that. And that's why that one person last week, when they put 200 grand in there, they had to do it in a couple of spots. They filled up a certain amount of people selling. They had to stop because the order wouldn't fill. Price went back down a little bit, and then they bought again. And again, you have to have the sellers. And right now, right now it's a buyer's market, because again, even though we were just at 0.0016 and now we're at 0.0035 or whatever, even if we get to 0.004 by the end of the night, or 0.005 by tomorrow, that's still cheap. Again, that's still half of what it was at its all-time high, which again, my opinion, very, very cheap. So this will double and triple again, and that'll do so a couple of times before the end of the year. Again, you have a couple of people that do think that we might have a crypto winter starting in the fourth quarter, but be advised, guys. Elon Musk tweet today kind of sent. OMI was recovering before Elon. OMI was recovering since yesterday. Elon Musk tweet was today, but Bitcoin went up after Elon Musk tweet. OMI shot up a lot. You're gonna have a time when the Bitcoin ETF is passed and it's approved, and Bitcoin goes from, let's say at that point, 60,000 to 180,000 in like a month. What do you think is going to happen to OMI? Like I'm not lying. That will happen, and that will happen time and time again. That will happen again once you have that. That's why I believe we're in a super cycle, because when you have that ETF, again, a lot of the reason for a lot of these big things were market manipulation, just timing between people repeating what China had done in 2017 and 2014. Saying, oh, China's banning crypto. They're not banning it. They'll never ban it. You have that in conjunction with, Fidelity, JP Morgan Chase, all CNBC telling people that, Bitcoin is dead and don't go to, all big investors, big institutionals are going around, and they're getting out of Bitcoin, they're going back to gold. Like, stop lying. Like, you have that, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD, all of that rolled into one in conjunction with the Elon Musk tweet. So the market manipulation, Elon Musk tweet being sent down, and then you have people buying on margin, that they bought on margin, and when it went down, their brokers that couldn't get more funds from the merchant, they said, "Hey, you can't cover this. We have to sell your position." So that continues the downtrend for people buying on margin. And I think we've reached that particular low, that particular support line. Some people say Bitcoin goes down to 20, and if it does go down to 20K, we're going to have another buying spree on OMI because that'll go down as well, just because that's what happens. So again, right there, thanks for that super chat. I want to get back to people up here. I forget where I was with comments. Yeah. All right. Xbox Timma says, "What do you think about OVR?" I haven't looked at it yet. That's again, I get a lot of suggestions each day. I did a screenshot before. Like when I woke up from my nap, I just had like 8 or 10 like Facebook messages, not including things for Instagram and Twitter. I was like, oh man, this is like, I was getting stressed out. So I do get a lot each day. I will take a look at that. Hopefully this weekend, I'll let you know. Frisco Poncho Big says, Ascend X BitMax just announced 12 hours ago perpetual contracts on OMI USD. Lots of good news. What does that mean, the perpetual contracts on OMI USD? Oh, does that mean that we don't have to... Oh, wait. Yeah, let me know, Frisco. Comment down below exactly what that means. Ryan Max says, I'm trying to buy OMI and its volume is 0? That does not make sense. Yeah, it does not make sense. Volume would never be 0. That's very, very liquid. JP says, I can't hold that long. I want a low 2-digit million and donate the rest to community members. I'll be 400 pounds and dead by 2040. Okay, so JP, well, if you have 100 million, 10 cents gets you 10 million. When you say donate to community members, I don't like community members in the VV-verse, in Earth 2, in both. Yeah, I definitely believe in charity. Hopefully some of that a little bit goes to charity. Best Friends Animal Society is one of my favorites. I remember one day, like, ASPCA put out like a hit piece article on like Steve Irwin saying like he like shouldn't have been moving these Crocs, and everyone freaked out. I was like, okay. So I donated like $100 to Steve Irwin Foundation and basically gave the middle finger to the ASPCA. Like, no, it wasn't the ASPCA. I'm sorry. ASPCA is a very good group. It was PETA. The ASPCA is great. I love ASPCA. I've donated to them before. They're good. But yeah, it was PETA that made that argument, that article saying that Steve Irwin like was not the best. I was like, get the fudge out of here. So yeah, Steve Irwin Foundation is really good too. You have Animal Welfare Institute is great as well. There's a couple of local ones called Pit of Our Souls. They focus specifically on pit bulls, pit bull rescue. They're local to Long Island. They're great. Again, if you ever need know exactly what to donate for, let me know. Or I actually, lawyer did text me today. One of my trusts is ready. So if you want to donate to one of my trusts for wildlife, let me know that as well. JP says, Ryan Merrick, which exchange? Bitforex is usually busier than the others. Yeah, Bitforex is like the main one. Aaron Finn says, Randy, what's your theory on Class Earth 2 tiles? Are Class 1 worth it for resources, or will they be more of a first edition collector type of thing? What tile is the best deal right now? Well, we don't know the ratio of how often you can mine resources. Class 1, maybe you're able to mine, 2 times a day. Whereas Class 4, let's say Class 1 you can do every 6 hours, so 4 times a day. Class 1, it's every 24 hours, so once a day. And Class 2, so on. You could make the argument from there what you can and can't do. But there has to be reasons for Class 4 to buy Class 4, and then Class 5 as well. Now, Class 5, again, you're not going to get to unless 1 million tiles are sold in that country. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I believe that resources is one thing and essence might be another. Maybe you get more essence for Class 4 tiles. Again, I don't know. Class 1, obviously, everyone likes because of the resources, because of the land income tax. But I do believe that, yes, there will be a certain... It's like a first edition Pokemon card. Yeah, Class 2, Class 3, and Class 4, you can do the same things. You could build, you can collect ad revenue, maybe just not as much. But yeah, I think that's going to be... Oh, wow, it's Class 1? Like, I'm going to have so much Class 1 Antarctica, so much Class 1 India and Brazil, South Africa. Yeah, I don't have any Class 1 in America, I think. Um, yeah. Either way, I hope to have I hope to have a good mix of everything. The rest of your questions, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it'll be a collector's type of thing, but also, again, I don't know about ad revenue, whether you're going to get the most ad revenue from Class 1 or Class 4, but there is one that I think it is going to be ascending, where Class 4 is going to get the most, because again, you have to have reasons to buy it. Now, one of the reasons is going to be that, okay, well, we know they're going to probably say, hey, there's like 1 million tiles left in the world, buy it, and that's it. Because not every tile we have is going to be bought. There's only a certain amount that we can buy. And after that, Earth 2 is going to block it off, saying, okay, the rest of it is for us. The rest of it is for giveaways. We're going to have actual stuff in the land as far as tournaments, as far as mini games. So when they have that announcement saying there's only a certain amount of tiles left, it doesn't matter. Like it's going to be like that scene in Avengers: Infinity War, where Bruce Banner is talking to Tony, and he's like, listen, Thor's gone. It doesn't matter who you're talking to, who you're not talking to. We just got to do this. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Class 4, Class 1, Class 5, neutral tiles, whatever. You're just going to buy as much as you can, because at that point, the clock is ticking. You're never going to be able to get tiles again from the buying market. You have to, if you're going to buy tiles after that, you have to get it from the marketplace. So new tiles at that point no longer be a thing. When do we get there? I don't know. That could be several years away. But people are buying a lot of tiles. So again, I don't know. Aaron Finn says, how many Class 1 tiles do you have? I actually don't know. I would say Class 1, probably a couple thousand. Probably several thousand. A lot, because again, a lot of the tiles that I bought, a lot of the first couple grand I put into the game was in Brazil and India when they were 12 and 13 cents a tile. And I was just buying so much. I was buying so much. So I was doing, and I was doing that because I thought, okay, well, India's emerging market, emerging economy, and I wanted part of the BRICS nations, and I did that because I liked them. I thought, okay, waterway, I could charge people tolls, which I wouldn't charge people tolls now. But I bought land around water, and I did the same thing with in Brazil and India. So I probably have, but since then, yeah, I did buy a few Class 1s in Antarctica. I have so many Class 2s in Antarctica. It's pretty insane. Ryan Merrick says, volume 0 on Bit4. Again, that doesn't make sense. I'm not 100% sure how that's, why that's that way. Maxwell Cook says, we should be getting an email tomorrow for the next drop. Oh, email for Vivi. Nice. If it stays to what they have been doing. All right, yeah, that'll be true. I'll cover that tomorrow. Venice Dennis is now a good time to buy in Bitcoin. Crypto noob here. All right, so Venice Dennis, the way my thesis on Bitcoin is that it'll be $1 million by 2030, per coin by 2030, and I think that we have a what do you call it? So I buy whenever I can. For me, it doesn't matter if I buy at $60,000 or $30,000 a coin, because when it's $1 million a coin, it doesn't matter. I only have like a half a coin now. I'm trying so hard to sell these Pokemon cards so I can get more. Outside of that, I don't believe in short-term stuff. Like, if it goes to like Bloomberg thinks it'll get $400,000 a coin by the end of this year. If it does, and let's say I have a coin and it goes 400K, should I liquidate? I don't know. Probably not, because I don't want to pay those short-term taxes. But I buy whenever I want. It's a long-term hold for me, so I don't care. I could buy it. I could buy when it's $100,000 and go right back down to $30,000. I don't care, because it's a long-term hold. So I buy whenever I can. I only put in money that I know I'm gonna lose, but I'd be okay with losing. But I'm not gonna touch it either way. So that's my thesis on it. With you, again, I don't know exactly what your financials are, what they look like, what your plans are. But again, it's a long-term hold for me, at least until the end of the decade. Crazy Dan 420 says, I am now hodling 3 million OMI and 9,300 Earth 2 tiles. Stoked for the future. Crazy Dan 420, I believe you're going to have a fantastic future. Yeah, that's like I said, when OMI reaches $1, multimillionaire right there. And I'm here. I'm here for all of it. Venice says, how much would you buy in? Well, I'm literally trying to sell my prized Pokemon card so I can buy more Bitcoin and OMI and save a little bit for Earth 2 crypto when that comes out. So yeah, just as a frame of reference. King Julian says, hey Randy, but it is me. I have been in the hospital for a while now. I hope everything is okay with you. How much OMI can I buy roughly with $100? King Julian, I hope everything's okay. I wish you speedy recovery, whatever's going on. And with $100, I don't know exactly how much you can buy. Let's say it's at 0.003. Yeah. But if you wanted to buy the whole thing, if you're comfortable with losing that $100, it going to zero and never seeing it again, I put the whole thing in there. Just because that's what I would do. If you're comfortable losing that, never seeing it again. But if it's something where like, hey, I might, need to be out of work for a while. I'm in the hospital. I might need that $100. I would say keep that. I don't know exactly how much. Let's say if it is 0.00, let's say 33. Let's make it so that's 3 OMI, is 1 penny. So at 100 pennies, you're getting 300 OMI. So at $100, so 300, 3,000, you're getting 30,000 OMI if you put that in right now. Give or take. JP says, hey, when can we stop Indie Kalia spreading FUD on Twitter? I'm not sure who Indie Kayla is, but I will take a look. If we got anyone that is, if we have anyone that is spreading FUD or doing the wrong thing in general, let's fight them together. Let me know. Family's Camp says, boom, just joined your Patreon. Oh, Family's Camping, my man. Actually, Family's Camping, let's see what we have here. Yes, Family's Camping. I'm going to write you down right now. You are seeing this, everyone, in the flesh. If I can just find my pen. What is today's date? Today's date is, seriously, all right, 24th. Okay, so we're going to have number 35. 35. Fambulance Camping, Ma Bay. How do you spell that? Lance. Camping. And as soon as I do this, it is 24 May 2021. I will do a honorary She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. Fambulance Camping, call the police. There's a Fambulance Camping on the loose. I love Taylor Swift so much. Shout out to you, Fambulance Camping, my newest Patreon member. Let us move on. Again, rate that because that $20 super chat means the world. Said if an OMI hodlers will get paid. They will get paid a lot. Already doubled your money if you bought yesterday. So congrats on that. And then outside of that, you also, like I said, this is just the beginning. I have 7 million OMI, so I'm not a whale like some of these people that have 10 million OMI and above, 30, 50 million OMI and above, or 100 million OMI and above. You guys will 100% get paid in the tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, and if not billions of dollars if you hold long enough. So yeah, I'm very, very jealous of some of you. Very, very envious. But I do hope also when you guys are 100 millionaires, but please remember who helped you out. Who helped you out when you were not as rich as you were then? JP says, Ryan Merrick, what coin are you looking at? OMI is that OMI has tons of, yeah, OMI does. You have to look at when you're buying at OMI or Ecom. Ecom is dead. OMI is the one that you have to buy on Bitforex. JP says 150,000 in 2,000 increments, just sucking up all the sell orders all the way up from 0.0050 from 0.0035. Okay, so that's what you did, is around 150. All right. Either way, so JP is the one. Call him out there because he commented. So that's a lot, and you saw it there in that comment. $150,000 in $2,000 increments, just sucking up all the sell orders all the way up from 0.005, from 0.0035 to 0.005. So 35 hundredths of 1 penny to half a penny. That's what he did. Maxwell Cook says Bitcoin around October to the heckin' moon. You're absolutely right. Real quick, guys, I think y'all are. I'm gonna turn on the light a little bit more. Hopefully that gives y'all a better view of me. Yeah, I agree. It's October, for those that don't know, is when that Bitcoin ETF will be approved, or that's the latest date it can be approved, and it's going to be to the moon from there. How amazing is what's everyone's OMI count? I'm at 6.6 million, give or take. Oh wow, how I made. You have more than I do. You engage in fisticuffs. That's great. Good for you. E2 Treasure Hunts Earth 2 says bought 250,000 OMI near the bottom, and now there's going to be a Vive drop coming with an artist physical collectible included. Insane. Yeah, that artist physical collectible that they have that said Ron English, that's just a way to be able to get some physical collectible people that don't know about NFTs, that don't know about crypto, and kind of getting them on board, just introducing people, because it is still relatively new. Us, we have the privilege of being younger and into technology, not letting it pass us by, and we know certain things like this. And I again, when I was looking for people that had a replacement, or to see what Earth 2 could use as their crypto, I happened to find OMI, and that's where this whole thing started from. Wraithax with that $10 super chat saying, are they working on a way for someone, a proxy, to work some of your tiles? I think I might have bitten off more than I could chew. Yeah, Wraithax, you have a lot of tiles. Yeah, 40-something thousand tiles, or I don't know. No, you put in like 40-something, $50-something thousand. I don't know how many tiles you have. Comment how many tiles you have down below. For those of you that don't know, yes, in order to get resources, you do have to mine on your tiles. I don't know what that's going to be, whether it's just click of a button, click of whatever, but that's something you have to do to get your tiles. Now, if you only have one tile or a couple of tiles, okay, well, how do I get a lot of these resources? You can go to other people's properties, and you can mine on their properties, so that they'll still get a certain amount of the percentage of what you mine, but you're going to get some of that as well. And Wraithax, oh my god, 76,000 tiles. Woo! And this is what I mean. Like, Wraithax having 76,000 tiles or $60,000 you put in. Oh my god, you're you mad lad. Oh, you're my hero. Okay, so let's say out of that 76,000 tiles, let's say he makes $760 a day from that. For instance, if he pays some, but he obviously doesn't have time to go and mine all those tiles and to sell it. If he just pays someone like, hey, while I'm sleeping for these 4, 6, 7 hours, whatever, he might pay someone to go and mine on all his tiles, and let's say he gets 80% of that, and there's somebody that does it, he gets not only the tiles and the loot that's on there, which that's another thing. If your tiles are used in the Warring World and people drop loot, that's probably going to be yours. Just a thought there. But not only that, how much? All right, good. 55% battery left. We're good. But not only that, that's another job that anyone can create. You go and create something along those lines of a job. Doing that, people are going to get paid for that. The more money comes in. But Wraithax would probably want to do that because, okay, he'll pay this kid, like a couple dollars an hour just to do that, because if he's going to make so much money selling those resources, then it makes sense. Again, doing that by yourself might take an hour, might take several hours to do. So if you do that, that kind of takes away some of the fun of the game. If you're just taking, an hour or two out of your day, where some people don't have that time just to mine those resources. No, just pay someone, like $5, $10 an hour to do that, and then all you have to do is sell a fraction of those resources to recoup that, $10 an hour, $20 that you gave that person to do that. And some people do it for free. Some people are like, yeah, just let me know where your tiles are. I'll mine as soon as I can, and they'll just do it for free, just because they're going to get those. They're going to get those resources as well. They're going to get 20% or 30%. They haven't broken down exactly how much of it you'll get from mining somebody else's tiles. But the other person, again, if anyone wants to mine my tiles, by all means, because I'm going to get resources for not doing anything. Other people are going to get resources that are not from their tiles, and they can bring that I think it's just resources that they can get. I don't think they can mine essence that way, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, that's a great thing as well. If you get all the essence, or if you have even part of the essence that you're getting, it's insane. You could bring that all and make like a soup. If you only have 3 tiles, you can make that all and have a super, and just make like a super thing on your 3 tiles, because you're getting all the essence, all the resources from everywhere else. You can go so high, probably go so low as well. Ryan Merrick, thank you for that $10 super chat, saying $10 for you and 10 million OMI for me. Ryan Merrick, do you have 10 million OMI? Oh my God. Wow, that's incredible if you have that. Ryan Merrick's also in that Pokemon game. Ryan Merrick's got one of the, he's got a first edition, I think PSA 7 Charizard. Or he also has a thing signed by Arita as well, I think too. Arita's the artist, one of the artists that drew Charizard. Zero Arita's the original base set Charizard. That's who he drew. And to have that Charizard signed by him, yeah, makes it go way up. So Ryan Merrick, Ken, if you want to sell that card to get OMI, I have a first edition BGS 9 of those Charizard. I don't think I would sell that, because that's OG. Like that's not gonna, that first edition Charizard, I don't think I'll ever sell. So thank you, Ryan Merrick and Ray Thatch, for those super chats. Time to get back to some of these comments. It has, let's see what we got here. I don't know about you. Zero. How I Made says perpetual contracts is futures, so we can long or short OMI. Oh, okay, that's going to be interesting. Oh God, how much to put in long? How much to put, like, bet the freaking house on long? Like, imagine a 2-year long position on OMI. Oh my goodness. And you could cash out at any time. Oh my God. Yeah, I would definitely want to do that, because if that happens, money through the heckin' roof. Grandmaster Mawal says, is there something you think that, or commentary, don't understand? Is there something you think, chat? Well, what do you mean? Hang on. Oh, I hit my sneakers with my toe. Yeah, Grandmaster Mawal, tell me what you're saying. Is there something you think chat or commentary don't understand? Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. JP says, I want 10 million cash after taxes, so I'll probably sell around 20 million and give you and other sexy YouTubers a portion. Give great content, get some coin. Thank you, JP. Thank you so much. So basically what you're saying, JP, is 10 million after, if you have 100 million OMI, and all right, so yeah, figure about 20 cents if you liquidate all of it at 20 cents, which I wouldn't do, because if you go and liquidate all of it at 20 cents, there's a good chance that it dips a lot. And maybe you sell a lot at 20, but then at 18. So I would do it maybe in sets of a million, sets of, I don't know, because that'd be a pain in the butt to do, honestly. Like that's a lot. But yeah, after taxes. So I mean, to be honest, you can get that by the end of the year, but I would say in a year or so, I would say wait a year, because this way, instead of paying like the short-term capital gains, which is like 40-something%, you pay those long-term capital gains, which is much less. I think it starts at 15%, goes like 20-something%, but it's much less. So I would wait the year, or even if you don't want to wait the year, if it goes up to 20 cents by the end of this year, and liquidate a little bit of it, just to, I don't know if you're retired yet, but just to go and say like, okay, that's it, not working anymore, I'm done. Peace out, everybody. Just paint a giant "I quit" on your chest as you take off your shirt and leave work like a boss. Again, if you have a job, you're retired, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, JP, if you have other sexy YouTubers a portion, you want to give a portion of the OMI or a portion of the proceeds of that? I mean, by all means, if you want to have a super chat party with everyone else, or again, JP, yeah, that, yeah, let me know. So thanks for that. That means a lot, JP. Zana says, what about Tesla stock? Hello, Dashi. Yes, hello, Dashi. So Tesla stock, I have 188 shares. I'm not selling. If I had enough money, I would buy more. It is so stupid cheap at this level. Because again, you have the Tesla, you have, let's say, the catalyst. Over the next couple months, you have Giga Berlin. Like, Tesla has a shop, a super factory in Germany, a gigafactory in Germany, in Berlin, that is going to go live in the next couple months by Q3, and that's going to be, it's going to take a couple months for them to ramp up, but by next year, yeah, it's basically going to be another Fremont, California, or another Giga Shanghai that's going out in Europe. So not not only do they not have to ship cars from the US or Japan to Europe, they have it right there. So they save on that. They can also take those cars from Giga Shanghai that they're not selling in Europe, and they could focus on China. Now, that being said, you have Tesla does not have a demand problem. Every single car Tesla makes, they sell, but they do have a supply issue with the amount of, I think, nickel or lithium that eventually, to make their batteries, they won't have enough. They have enough now, but they have the most contracts in the world for those types of things just to make their batteries, which are the best batteries. And then not only that, they have Giga Texas coming out this year. Now, Giga Texas is going to take care of a lot of the Midwest, a lot of the Northeast, but also what is so big about Giga Texas is that's where the Cybertruck is going to be. Thank you guys for 25 likes. The Tesla Cybertruck is the most disruptive vehicle that we have seen. Why? Because up until now, Ford's pickup truck every single year has been the best-selling pickup truck for like decades, at least a decade, but for a long time. And I'm going to hydrate real quick. Tesla Cybertruck is going to be better in every single way. Not only is it more durable, not only is it bulletproof because it's awesome, but you have a way of saying that it's all electric, which I know the F-150 Lightning is going to be electric as well, but this you have much better not gas mile. You can drive more miles per charge. You have a full self-driving aspect, which no other car has. Some other cars, they might have like a safety thing where they can tell, oh, there's a car coming here. Don't turn. They might be able to change lanes by themselves, but Tesla's full self-driving is far beyond anyone else's, like far, far, far beyond. Then you have insurance as well. So Tesla is, I could literally talk about Tesla for an hour. I won't, but there's a lot of short-term catalysts. And Joe Biden's presidency is probably, for all the good and bad that has and will happen with Joe Biden's presidency, it is good for Tesla and electric vehicles. It's the perfect storm for Tesla. The same way that Earth 2 has won the decade with virtual reality and gaming, the same way that BV has won the decade with NFTs and collectibles, Tesla has won the decade with vehicles. Just the whole world is going to go electric. Tesla has a majority market share in electric, and that's just going to continue. They're going to be the first company to have $4 trillion company. I think they're $6 trillion by the end of the decade. Just my opinion. Grandmaster Wallace says, paying someone like $5 an hour to mine resources is like third world country wages. Yeah, maybe. But no, there's a lot of people in third world countries that do not make near that. That they're in the Philippines, you're making like $5 a day, $10, something like that. $5 an hour is, again, if you're sitting on your computer or wherever and you're a kid, yeah, you're going to do that. It's not, you're not paying 30-year-olds $5 an hour to mine. You're gonna, although some people, like, again, if I'm retired, I'm bored. Oh yeah, give me $5 an hour. I'll do that because it's fun. I want to do that just to learn. I would do that. I'd probably do that. I wouldn't do that for free, but I would. If I was younger, I would do that for free or whatever, just to learn about it. It's honestly worth it for me not to take money on it, just to learn how to do certain things, to see what everybody else is building. But I don't charge money if people want to do it just because I don't want to do it for free. But yeah, that's something that people, especially in third world countries, they don't have different ways of making money. Like if you're in, let's say, Venezuela and you're on the Maduro diet and money is so hard to come by and they also have ketchup in their supermarkets, yeah, that's $5 is going to be a blessing for an hour, a blessing. So you have to think about it on that level. Like, okay, how can $5 help other people, especially an hour? And it's going to be a lot. That's going to lift a lot of people out of poverty. Guarantee it. Toad Alley Awesome says, once OMI worth something in the near future, what price range will you cash out? Well, I don't even have 7 million OMI yet. I only have like 6.5 million. So I want to be a multimillionaire as well. If I wind up getting, let's say, between 20 and 30 million OMI, I might sell maybe 1 million of them at 50 cents because that'd be 500,000. And then at that point, I would go and say, okay, I can cash that out. I can get a house. I can start my real estate company with RA Realty. And I'll leave the rest in. But again, maybe at 50 cents, maybe. So we have Wraithax again with a $10 super chat saying, I think a percentage of the mining would be the best incentive for the worker. I do want to share the wealth. 86% of your tiles are first class. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my God, I'm so jealous and envious and also proud. Like my viewers, my subscribers, my friends, my family, like you guys are some of the in the best positions to be. Again, if you go on the leaderboard, look at Wraithax. He's on the leaderboard. Even more on the leaderboard than RA Realty. RA Realty definitely has like one of the most tiles in the game, like top 5, I think. But Wraithax is in the top 50 as far as credits, as far as money spent. Yeah, wow, that's insane. Yeah, and paying in resources at that level, even if they get 5% of those resources, oh my God, that's so much. Wraithax, hire me, and let's do that. Yeah, because I only have like 20,000 tiles. I don't know how long it would take for me to mine the resources and the essence, but yeah, that'd be so much fun, and I just want to get more resources. Yeah, I want to do that as much as I can. Like I said, I have the advantage here because anyone that's retired or anyone that's on unemployment has the advantage because they could spend literally, if they wanted to, 16 plus hours a day just on Earth 2, just mining everyone's tiles, and that's great. That's great for me. Again, anyone that's retired on unemployment, yeah, we have the advantage here. Now, obviously, I'm only gonna be able to spend maybe a couple hours a day because again, I have streaming that I do. And at that point, hopefully, I have a computer where I can go on Twitch and live stream it. Maybe I'll just live stream on YouTube as well, and just say oh, this is what I'm doing, and this is what. Because again, I've said in the past where I want my channel to go is I do want to report. Before I had a Megacity, before I had anything, I wanted the channel to report. Basically, me being a reporter, like a newscaster type thing, saying this is what's happening in this Megacity. People are building this. The first building, it's a roller coaster. Just be really excited. Be like a pump hype man for the game. And I guess I could still do that and saying this is what I'm building, and I'm just very, very excited. I can't wait. It's fun. Yes, we're all going to make a lot of money. Yes, we're all going to build wealth and change lives, and that's good. But it's fun too. It's fun. It's going to be gaming. We're building a new society, a new network, a new market, and I don't think we realize the impact that this game will have on the world. Even if, let's say, we only have at our peak, let's say 10 million players, which is still a lot. Even though I think we'll definitely have more. I think that for certain people, it will change their worlds. Even if it doesn't change the world, it will change certain people's worlds. Like kind of when, let's say you see, a whole mess of starfish that are beached on the and they can't get back to the ocean, and you decide to go and help and throw starfish back in the ocean. So well, what, and someone says, well, what possibility you think you could make a difference? You're just one person. There's 1 million starfish on. And they say, well, they respond, well, it makes a difference to this starfish. Maybe it doesn't make a difference in the world, but it will make a world of difference to some people. I guarantee it. That's why I'm doing it too. Okay, so, yeah, so totality awesome. Maybe around 50 cents I'll cash out. Let's say if I have 20 million OMI at that point, I might cash out 1 million OMI at 50 cents just to have a little bit of breathing room, just to have, things are covered, bills are paid and everything. But even let's say at that point, let's say I have 19 million OMI left at $1. To cash out another million, I don't know. Maybe at $1 I cash out another million, so now I'm actually liquid for $1 million, whatever. But again, at that point, I'd rather sell Tesla. I'd rather sell even Bitcoin before I would sell OMI, because OMI at that point will still have so much room to run. Again, I guarantee you by the end of the decade, you have multiple coins, between 5 and 10 coins that are worth $1 trillion each. Not saying OMI is going to be one of them. Maybe OMI has $1 trillion market cap by 2040, but OMI will definitely have tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions dollar market cap for the OMI coin. Just my opinion. Ryan Merrick says, my order finally went through. Must have been about. You have 2.2 million OMI. Oh my God. Ryan Merrick, you are going hard heckin' core tonight. Congrats on that, Ryan Merrick. Oh, and Raythax with another $10 super chat saying, my girlfriend wants to say hi to Dashi. Well, tell your girlfriend, Raythax, that she says hello. I will have Dash. In fact, for you, Raythax, for your girlfriend, I'm gonna move. Okay. Forgot how heavy Dashi was. There you go. Now Dashi is facing the stream. Dashi is facing us. There you go. Now you can see the eyes. Them diamond eyes, girl. That she looks great, doesn't? So thank you guys, Raythax. Tell your girlfriend we all said hey with those super chats and the Dashi. All right, let's see what we have here. Toad Alley Awesome says, am I late for buying OMI, or I still have time for buying OMI? Toad Alley Awesome, I'm going to be buying OMI up until it reaches a penny. So when it triples from here, I'll still be buying OMI. Just what I'm doing. Quachoto, what's going on? Quachoto's bipolar crypto market. Yeah, definitely. How I Made says, I just watched Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and Big Trouble in Little China. Funny AF. Sounds like you're having a good night, How I Made. Sounds like you are having a good night. Have a good night for the rest of us. John Doe says, will OMI go back down? I mean, OMI's going to always go up and down. It's going to have peaks and valleys. But again, I see it going up and down in an upward trend. Like the trajectory in which, the trajectory in which VV is going is they profitable at this point? Probably. Again, classical investing, companies didn't turn profit the first year. Companies didn't turn profit the first couple of years. But now you have companies like Earth2 and VV that they turn profit in 1 year, which is insane. You know, that used to be a rarity back in the day, and now it's not. Now it's something that just happens more often, and especially with disruptive companies. So, yeah, even Tesla lost money for years. I mean, they were obviously growing, but the fact that Earth2 and VV can turn a profit within the first year while growing at this scale is insane. So again, that's insane. And the biggest issue I think Earth2 might have is the building for server space. I think they would need to make get another building for more servers because on the scale this is growing. Same with VV. John Doe says, well, when we go back to, yeah, and again, I'm not 100% sure. If it does, great. If not, no big deal. We'll still buy from here. And yeah, Raythax, that's super chat saying, are they working on a way for someone to work on some of your tiles? They don't have that yet. They will say you are going to have that option. You're going to be able to mine other people's tiles. People are going to be able to mine on your tiles. And I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but that is an option. I don't know if it's a setting. It might even be a setting. It might even be a default setting. You might be able to turn it off. I don't know why you'd want to turn it off. JP says, Indy Calio was spreading news on Twitter months ago saying there was a big football contract coming, UK football, soccer. Gentleman's just talks a lot, and he said 6 a.m. UK time. So Indy Calio was spreading news on Twitter months ago saying there was a big football contract coming. Oh, you mean for VV? Okay. Well, I mean, we have the NFL contracts that they've posted already. There's going to be a huge announcement. I don't believe yeah, let's see. Again, Raythax with that 76,000 tiles, spending $60,000. It's insane, but paying off, and it has not yet begun to pay off, but obviously we know it will. JP says Raythax donates every stream. I guess he's richer than I. I salute thee. Yeah, Raythax definitely a one of my biggest supporters on here. In that, the only one is in that Chavez Friends and Family tier on Patreon. Big shout out to Raythax. When we hang out, it's gonna be great. I owe him a couple drinks. AS says Omi just tweeted a Superman version of Dan. LOL. Nice little video. Thank you. Omi just tweeted a Superman version of Dan Crothers. All right, as a Comey. All right, that's cool. Freddie Maya says, where can I buy Omi? Probably gonna be in either Bit4x, AscendX, or Gate.io. I use Bit4x. Me and Ari Realty do anyway. Yeah, wow. So Raythax again, those other super chats, and percentage mining would be best incentives, and his girlfriend wants to say hi to Dashi. Thank you guys for those super chats. I guess I'm going to bounce right now because I have been streaming for an hour 20 and my throat hurts like a mother flapper. Oh, one more of this, and then we're gonna say adios. A shout out to my Patreon members, especially Fambulance Camping, the newest Patreon member. I don't belong here, we gotta move on, dear. Escape from this afterlife, 'cause it's time that I move on and on, far away from here. Got nothing against you, and surely I'll miss you. That was Avenged Sevenfold. I love them. Families Camp says, woo woo, thanks, no problem, guys. Everyone, I love you guys. Y'all are my bays. Stream tomorrow morning at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. John Doe says, should the landowners form E2 governments, or should we leave it as a total tribalistic anarchy under our dev overlord gods? I mean, I think people can try. People can try to go and say, hey, we have a, what do you call it? This is the way that this megacity is going to work, and you have to follow the rules. You'll be booted out, but I don't think you can really be booted out. Like, I don't even think you can ban people from your tiles. So banning someone's again, you own that property. No one can kick you out. Now, maybe you could have, if you're like a dictator tyrant, say like, this person didn't follow the rules. Let's not interact with that person. Not let these people, buy from your shops, or not let these people, don't go to visit their shops. I don't know why people would ban other customers from their shops if they're going to come in and buy. Again, that's foot traffic. But if you have again, in that show Upload that Maxwell Cook told me about, you have these NPCs comes in. You want to try Orbit Gum? You want to try this? You want to try that? And it's a what do you call it? There's probably going to be NPCs, that are paid for by whoever, saying, want to try this? It's $1 in-app purchase fee. Try that, whatever. So I don't know why people would try to ban others from their shop if they're going to buy, but there might be people that, again, dictators, how to say, don't go to this person's shop because they didn't follow the rules. I don't want to be that type of person, but I mean, if somebody does something really whack, really crazy, like I don't know. Let's say in Earth 1, they were just a bad person. Maybe I don't know. Cross that bridge when you come to it. I like to think, for the most part, we have a pretty good community here. Very good. We have an amazing, like, for my community here, I have maybe 1 out of every 100 people that are not bad owls. They just get frustrated, like that one person that was calling me like a scammer trying to pump this fake coin that's OMI, like it's a scam call. Like, oh, come on, guy. I think that person he bought OMI, got burned, and maybe he sold at the wrong time, which again, I never say. One, I'd never tell anyone what to do. I just tell people what I'm doing, and it's not financial advice, but I would never sell at that point. If you bought it half a penny and you're selling it 1/5 of a penny, I would never do that. So yeah, I think right now the anarchy is pretty good. It'll be good maybe until it's not, but I think a lot of people are going to stick together once we have people in the warring worlds come out. Once we have that PvP, that's going to be something that, yeah, that's going to be something that you have a nice big. That's when the family will start coming in, because like, oh, you live together, you die together. In the warring world, when you fight people together, you have a much better respect for each other. Brian Merrick says, if they can ban people, I bet Donald Trump gets banned first. I don't. Supposedly he might run again in 2024. So he's definitely got enough money. He could start campaigning now if he wants. His 747 is fueled back up. It's fixed. It's ready to go on the campaign tour. So I mean, again, this is an Australian company. He won't be able to do anything on Earth 2. Celia says Trump is the man. So whatever happens, and he might not even. This might just be he might just be running for like Congress in Florida, and as he does that, let's say they make him Speaker of the House. Oh my God! So that's another. Trump doesn't even have to run. Trump can just be Congressman in Florida. They can make him Speaker of the House. If he somehow, again, these are on the midterm elections, but if he somehow prosecutes, again, after the 2022 elections, those midterm elections, becomes congressman, and he becomes Speaker of the House if they have a majority, and then if he somehow prosecutes Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, he could actually become president, because Speaker of the House is third in line, which would be bananas. Ukulele says, any news with the deployment of resources? Deployment launch date, not yet. Those resources will be probably it could be a couple weeks, it could be several months from now. I don't know, but the announcements are coming soon. We just have to keep going on saying, okay, well, what about follow Shane on Twitter, being active in Discord again? I have his alerts on for Twitter, very active in the Discord, or I'm not active. I just follow. Like, is Shane typing? Okay. So when Nathaniel was typing the other day, I did basically a stream on saying what updates we had from Nathaniel as well. America says Trump DeSantis. I'm actually not 100% sure who DeSantis is. Candace Owens actually asked Trump, like, hey, if you're running, can I be your running mate? And for those of you that don't know, Candace Owens is a black woman. So 2 check marks on there from getting a minority as a running mate and getting a woman as a running mate. So she fits a couple of checks. She's young, very feisty, very knowledgeable. So if Trump were to run again, having Candace Owens as a running mate would not be a bad idea. She's very, very intelligent, very smart lady. Yeah. So I have to look up Sanders. Crystal Strauss says, where are you going Bigfoot hunting on your camping trip? So yes, I am going Bigfoot hunting. I will be in Washington. I'm not sure where, but out of the several Bigfoot documentaries I have watched, I have they say that he's been known to show up from, western United States, like Oregon, all the way through eastern Canada. So along that U.S.-Canada border, again, when I'll be in Washington, probably be up north a little bit. I'm going to the Spokane area of Washington, so we might have to travel a little bit. So I'm not sure where in Washington, but hopefully somewhere a little north. Hopefully we spot them. If you don't see a stream from me for like 5 days, didn't make it. I got lost. I'm living among the Bigfoots at that point. Yeah. Oh, also, be advised, guys. Something that does come up every now and then. They mentioned it on Guidebook Gaming stream before. The developers of Earth 2, they have addressed, okay, well, what if somebody happens to pass away in Earth 1? What happens to their account in Earth 2? They don't have an answer for that right now. So my best advice is to tell either your best friend or a brother or someone that you know and trust and love, give them your logins or have a login on a piece of paper in a safe deposit box and say, okay, this is my logins for Earth 2. Just so you don't lose that money. So you don't lose that. So yeah, definitely write your logins down, put them in an email, screenshot it, and put it in a safe deposit box, put it somewhere where it's going to be found. Earth 2 logins. So that if, God forbid, you die or someone you know dies, yeah, give them that. Right now, Aria Realty has mine, just in case, I go in Earth 2, I go in Earth 1 Bigfoot hunting, and Bigfoot, they pull a Goofy movie on me, and I get trapped in my car, and he throws the car into a lake, whatever. Everyone's seen Goofy movie. It's a great movie. Vasilio says, I'm a New Yorker, Ryan, and liked him way before he was president. Trump was actually he had helped, or he had donated after 9/11 to some of the victims, because again, Trump's from New York. He's his dad and granddad were here, and so 9/11 kind of affected him as well. And I don't think he cleaned up, or he helped volunteer clean up. I think he just helped donate in some way. So yeah, and honestly, I live on Long Island, and you have big parts of New York, mostly the city, where it's largely Democrat. But in Long Island, it's a lot of Trump people, because Long Island there's a bigger police presence in Long Island than there is in the city. There's, because there's, a bit more money. And I remember one time where I was going from where I lived down to there's like a baseball park where me and my friend Ty, we would spar every week, every Sunday. Back again, when I was working 2 businesses. So the only times I had was like a Sunday, like morning, like for like an hour or so. So I was driving down a main road, and what do I see? I'm suddenly in the middle of a Trump rally, because it's going down like on this main road where I was like, oh, and like it was, not only was it miles long on both sides, but there were so many people. like a couple rows back on each side, and I was like, wow. So part of me thought like, can Trump win New York? But I realized, okay, there's Long Island where a lot of Trump people are, and there's not obviously Dems won New York by a landslide because you have like how many millions of people in New York City? A lot of them Democrat. Final Shot says, will it go back down? I don't know. I hope it does so I can buy more, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like I said, even here we're getting it at a huge discount with all-time highs being at little over a penny. Yeah, we're getting a huge discount right here. Vasile says, Candace is amazing. Vasile says, I want Ben Shapiro as prez. Ben Shapiro does fine. I think we need him literally as his social media guy as he is right now. I don't think I would want him as president just because he does such a good job and very influential the way he is. All right, we're at an hour 30. You guys' comments have kept coming in, so I'm going to keep going. Not Hail to the King. I want to do another Avenged Sevenfold. I can't think of one right now. All I'm thinking of right now is meet me in St. Louis, Louis. Meet me at the fair. Don't tell me the lights are shining any place but there. I don't even know who sings that song. I don't know why I thought of that. Ryan Mark says, if you die in the woods hunting Bigfoot, who gets your OMI? I mean, our Realty has those logins as well. And for those who are saying like, oh, I've served with him. I've known him for years. He was one of my first friends at McGuire Air Force Base where we served together. He's also the only one that's in all of these things that I'm in. Like, I have a bunch of people that I've served and deployed with that have no clue about crypto or Earth 2 or whatever. The weird thing is, our Realty gets those things, but I don't think our Realty is actually in my will. He's actually just, he's not in my he's actually just, he just has a logins for Earth 2, and he just has how to get access to my OMI. I don't think he actually is in my, no, so, but which is fine. You just get, that's going to make him tens of millions of dollars in the future if he holds that. But yeah, that's has access to it now. My other bank accounts, I have life insurance. I have other things that are, most of it going to Best Friends Animal Society. Some of it going to girlfriends, some of it going to other friends, some of it, but a lot of it's going to charity. Not a lot, maybe between $250,000 and $500,000 going to charity. A lot of it just from life insurance. Preston Ty Anderson is like, LOL. John Doe says, Candace Owens would obliterate Kamala Harris. Yeah. I have to give credit where credit is due. Kamala Harris, fought and clawed her way to that position, doing whatever she had to do to get there, which includes locking up minorities, a lot of really just minority men, for smoking weed or for having possession of weed. And then when asked if she had ever smoked weed, she laughs like, yeah, maybe once in a while, I did a little toke. And then he's like, you're laughing at that. The interviewer, rightfully so, was like, yeah, you're laughing at that, but you had millions. You had, when she was working in California, you had millions of men locked up for that, and then prevented their release so that she could have more, quote, slave labor. Because again, while you're in prisons, you can contract to go work wherever. So she prevented the release of lots of men so she could have more labor, more free labor in the prisons. So gotta give her credit for getting where she is. She did it, but she did it in the very wrong way. She did it in a way that I definitely disagree with. Now, some people can try to make the argument, well, she did try to make the world a better place. No, there are some people that, one, I don't think you should be in jail for weed. That's not, unless you're caught selling it to kids, you're selling to teenagers, young teens, okay, yeah, probably not the best thing, but no, weed is pretty harmless, and I don't think you should be in jail for that. I don't even smoke. But Pro 420. Junior Sanchez, how's it going? Yeah, How I Met Owens, dope AF. Well, right now we're just kind of BSing. We kind of finished the talk about E2, and we're talking about Trump and Candace Owens now. It's pretty crazy. How I Made says Biden can't even get 12 people to his rallies. Yeah, that was another thing. So looking back, I was, again, more libertarian than anything. I'm more a little bit heck, both sides of the government. like Rage Against the Machine. Heck you, I don't do what you tell me. I won't do what you tell me. Like I liked Ron Paul. Ron Paul was a great answer in like 2007, 2008, 2011, 2012. Just voted for him in 2012, and nice liberty. He was technically a Republican, but he was more middle ground. Just saying like, hey, government interference is bad. Let us tax people less. Have a 10% tax across the board. That's it. We can make cuts in other places. Like, yeah, Ron Paul, get him. So and he had so many people at his rallies, more people than anyone else at that time. But yeah, Trump had. It's really weird. You see so many people at Trump rallies and nobody at Biden rallies. Biden was not winning until like South Carolina. Like everyone thought it was going to be, either Warren or Buttigieg or whoever. But then, backdoor politics happens where they told Buttigieg, Warren, and whoever else, they're like, hey, if you guys drop out, throw your support behind Biden, we'll give you cabinet position, we'll give you whatever, because they were once again afraid of Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders got robbed 2 times in a row in 2016 because Hillary Clinton basically stole the election from him, and then this time because he was winning until Buttigieg, Warren, and like whoever else threw their support behind Biden, taking it once again away from Bernie Sanders. Feels bad for him, but honestly, Bernie Sanders, he would never get anything done because he's too far left. Biden is left, and yeah, liberal on a couple of things, but for the most part, he's not super far left. I like him as much as I can, like a president, like a Democrat president. That's doesn't go too left. He's middle left, and not crazy. Although, if you did see that meme where, yeah, it's I wish nothing for the best of the leaders of the country to make the best decisions for America. And I was wishful thinking. That might be a little naive, but I don't wish bad upon anyone. I hope they do the best job because this way Americans benefit. Crystal Strauss says, I found myself randomly in several Trump rallies last year. They were large. Yeah, they were very large. Blue won my state, though, too. Crystal Strauss, where you at? Where you live at? New York always goes Democrat. But I'm moving to Florida. Did you just happen to be in a place while it was going on? That's what happened with me. Ukulele Listener says, I wonder what resources will get on my tiles located on the malls. I don't know. Good question. Crystal Stroud says, yeah, just driving into a destination and driving right into a rally. They were just like Randy described, miles long, running on both sides of the road. Ooh. Probably going to get groceries or something. I wouldn't mind if people disliked Trump because they knew him, but they were basically brainwashed by the media to hate the guy. Yeah, that too. And when a few years ago, it was different. It was like, okay, I thought things were a little bit balanced because, yes, Democrats, the left had control of, let's say, the media, and they had control of, let's say, colleges. But then, Republicans had the presidency and they had the Senate, and, it was pretty even. But now that Democrats have they have the Congress, they have the Senate and the presidency, and they have colleges, and they have the media. It's a little unbalanced right now. The pendulum swung, I think, a little too far to the left. Do I want to see everything to the right? No, because again, you need that balance. You don't want one side to have too much power. But now I think Democrats might have a little too much power. Just in my opinion, because again, they have so many different institutions. Like I said, they have colleges, they have the media, and they have all of those three. They have presidency, Senate, and Congress. Whereas Republicans now, Ben Shapiro and like Nicole or Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson's not even like right. He's just logical. So yeah. Went on. Vasile says, I just like the media made Obama seem like the Messiah in 2008. Well, he was definitely different. He had George Bush for 8 years, and Obama ran on being a stark contrast to that, and that's how he won. But looking back, though, to pray, I definitely, on Facebook and wherever, I criticized Obama when necessary, but praised him when he did certain things. Like he gave a speech somewhere, and it was at this time you had these college campuses started having safe spaces, and they started having certain things. And I was very proud of Obama when he made this announcement, this speech. He basically said, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said, I want my children to go to college and to experience other people's viewpoints. We should not have to put young people in safe spaces where they're, quote, safe from other people's viewpoints. College is where you should be looking at other people's viewpoints, not shying away from them, not sheltering them. I like that about Obama, saying, like, no, you can't just ban someone from college just because you don't like their opinions. That's where you're supposed to talk and discuss. And I don't know if he was talking about Ben Shapiro, because he was banned at a couple colleges. Yeah, but also the right has memes. The left can't really meme that well. If you could change your username instead of the real Randy Chavez, what would you call yourself? The Peruvian Puncher. I don't know. The Prince of Peru. The Prince of all Peruvians. Something like that. I don't know. Ryan Merrick says, Ron Paul lost a lot of street cred when that skinny old man neighborhood stomped him. That skinny old man neighborhood stomped him? I think you're talking about Rand Paul. His son Rand Paul is a senator, and his neighbor, like, tackled him and, like, cracked one of his ribs or whatever. I think that's what you're talking about. Howmade says, wait till the audit is over. So much fraud, it's sickening. Wait, which audit? Like a Federal Reserve? Audit from where? Audit from where? Zero says, Ryan, remember when the media ignored him completely? They would name all the candidates but Ron Paul. Yeah, that was some BS right there. Oh, Crystal Stroud, you live in Utah. Are you in northern or southern Utah? Because in southern Utah is Kanab, Utah. I have friends that work at Hill Air Force Base. So they live near, like, the Salt Lake City area. So I do want to go to. I haven't been to Utah yet. I'm gonna go soon, one day. Zio says my viewpoints are banned by most colleges. How I made says 2020 election audit. Oh, okay, yeah. There was definitely some messed up stuff going on there. Guys, for those of you that don't know, my throat is killing me. I am dying. I might not stream tomorrow morning because of the way my throat is, but I will let you guys know. Go now. I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Wraithax, Ryan Merrick, thank you for those super chats. Y'all are my bays. Everyone say bye-bye to Deshi. Bye-bye, Deshi. Feel better, bro. Take care. Well, thank you, Junior Sanchez. And what it's going to be... All right, I'm going to try to think of a Avenged Sevenfold song. And someone named Avenged Sevenfold song. Good night, Basilio. How's it going? If I can't think of one right now, I'm just going to do another version of late at night, I toss and turn and dream of what I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I tried to do a frou-frou one, but I could not. I had to do Bonnie Tyler because my throat is adiosin. All right, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I love you. Wish I feel better. Thank you guys for the super chats. Y'all my bays. Bye-bye, Dashi. It should be Inca Investor. Oh, that's a good one. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow, meow.